meeting for the Challenger Urban Creative Acceleration Program. This year is going to be international. That's why even this event is going to be held in English. However, for those who are connecting from Slovakia, in case you would like to later on ask a question in Slovak, that's okay. I will translate it and I will then respond in English so that everyone who is online right now with us can understand. Okay, so let's start slowly. Just a quick, okay. So Challenger Urban Creative, it's an acceleration program for startups, but it has a little special position among the challengers, even those which we as a consulting company Civita are organizing, because this one is actually a project within a project called Košice 2.0. And the very interesting thing about this project is that Košice is the very first city in Slovakia which succeeded in the call under Urban Innovative Actions Initiative. So it actually won in a very strong competition of 222 other projects from all around Europe. So before we jump into Challenger Urban Creative, I would like to draw your attention to the entire project, which is very interesting and involves many different projects, many different innovation programs and other programs. So košice2.sk/EN is an English version of the website where you can check out more details about this entire project of Košice 2.0. Challenger is one part of it within innovation programs, and that's what we are going to talk about today. So the whole program is addressing huge city challenges. So just for you to have a clue, an overview about what is it about, let me just quickly go through these as well. So what is the city of Košice trying to do through this project is identify and scale innovative products and services and bring them to Košice, of course, or identify those which are already here and need to be scaled up. Also help city with transformation to a digital and creative city, strengthen cooperation, especially between creative industries and IT sector. For those who don't know Košice, both creative industries and IT sector are very strongly present in the city. And last but not least, to increase civic engagement and trust in public institutions, which is something not only Košice has to address, but it's really great to see that even these kind of challenges are already being openly addressed by cities. So Challenger Urban Creative, this is already a second batch. The first one took place last year, and there will be another one next year. So altogether, there are 3 batches. What is new about this 2022 edition is that we are opening it for all European countries. So it's going to be international batch this year. We are still looking for innovative products and services with the potential to contribute to the development of the city, and particularly in the city of Košice, as been mentioned previously. So you can be from anywhere in Europe, but you have to be ready and willing to bring your innovation here to the city of Košice in Slovakia. The open call is actually available on the website, which I have shared with you. I will ask my colleague Betka, who is here with me today, to share it, to share the direct link in a chat. So if you click on the link in a chat, then it will direct you to the Košice 2.0 official website, where you can find the full call both in Slovak and English. And today I will guide you through the call, and we will also have time and space to discuss if anything is unclear or if you have any additional questions. So to begin with, products and services from the following areas are very welcome to apply. But even if you don't find a 100% match right here, bear with us, because we will go more into details, and there will also be a completely open option for you to get involved. So culture and creative industries, obviously, here's a breakdown of what it all can include. So let me just briefly read it out loud. So it's arts and crafts, advertising, design, entertainment, architecture, printing, media, visual arts, Always keep in mind that they have to address urban challenges and somehow be connected to the city. This actually applies on everything we will be talking about. As part of the creative economy, we have decided to pay special attention to gaming. That's because gaming community is quite big and growing in the city of Košice. We will also have a partner from gaming industry. So in case you fall under this category, you will have extra mentoring focus on this topic. And urban and digital environment, once again, just a short breakdown of all the projects and type of projects which these include. It's from data visualization, virtual reality, users experience, artificial intelligence, and other related areas that support digital innovation, faster urban services, stimulate business growth in the city, and strengthen citizens' effective involvement in the urban processes. We will go more into details, so it's going to build a more concrete picture of what we are looking for. This year, we have specific areas or specific solutions which we are focusing on. But before I start with these four, there already is a fifth one, which I will mention at the end, and there already is an option to suggest your own innovative ideas. So even if your innovation or your product or service isn't a 100% match to what I will be presenting here, just stay with us and we can figure it out, because many times it's not that easy to understand what we are looking for, because the call is quite complex and huge, but there are many projects where you can find some sort of link in some stage, so don't worry. So let's go into details what we mean by this type of services. When it comes to urban services, it can be anything from urban infrastructure and services for citizens, open data. By the way, as part of this project, Košice has launched its first open data platform, so this is something that you can already work with or connect to. Engagement of citizens in the city's activities and decision-making, improving housing affordability and accessibility, which are hot topics for the city itself. Then we have mobility and urban innovation. This can be active mobility projects or any sort of innovation and improving mobility, including very specific topics or very specific solutions like availability for passengers from vulnerable target groups. It's really open to ideas from wider perspective. As for climate change and the environment, circular economy, waste management, recycling, you name it. As for the new economy, it can be very different IoT solutions improving the life of citizens, which opens the door to many, many interesting new solutions, health tech, safety tech. And last but not least, you are also free to propose your own solution focused on improving services of life of cities residents. And as a part of this proposal, we also have a new addition as of today. The call has also been open particularly for projects which are reflecting current situation, which is happening in Ukraine. So projects which can bring innovations in terms of helping people coming from Ukraine to adjust, to find job, to seek housing, or any kind of projects that could help them to adapt or staying here are also very welcome to apply. For those who are connecting from abroad, Košice is very close to Ukrainian borders, so many of Ukrainians are coming here. So this is a very hot topic, and we are very happy that we can address it to this project as well. And of course, your unique solutions are also very much welcomed. If you are not sure if your project is a good match, you can always ask today, or you can set up a call with us later on, or you can get in touch with us individually, and we can go through your project and see what we can find in it together. What you can get, this is also very important from your perspective, acceleration program, and we will go into details of the program itself shortly. It's intense and time-limited business support for startups. The point of any acceleration program, and that is what we are addressing with this program, is to help you to save time, money, effort by really focusing on your idea, on your innovation in a short time with experts, mentors, and to help you understand what needs to be done, what can you improve, what makes sense. So it really is designed to help you save time and a lot of money when working on your innovation. So in one way or another, any acceleration problem, and I'm strongly, of course, recommending to join this one, is designed to help you to figure out your idea. And if you already have a product or service, you can test it, you can receive feedback from experts. So in one way or another, there's a lot to gain from taking part in the program. Very specific and very special about this call is that it offers opportunity to pilot, partner up with the city of Košice. Since we already had the first batch last year, I can tell you that the cooperation between the winning project, which was smart metering application, smart metering solution. So the cooperation between them and the city is already happening, and it's very interesting, and it's really and it's real. Like city really decided to give a chance to innovative ideas, to open the doors for them and let them change the city for better. So this is really a specific and unique opportunity. Of course, the acceleration program involve workshops with experts, as well as individual mentoring and coaching. Since there is a special attention to gaming industry, there will also be special support for those coming from gaming industry, also because we have a partner from the industry who actually is running a company right here in Košice. And last but not least, there's a chance to win cash prize, which I believe is also interesting. And this cash prize actually is a prize from the city of Košice. So who can apply? Very important is to know that this is not for individual applicants. So you need to have a team, and by team, we mean at least 2 people. So it can be a team or a startup, or by startup, it can be a legal person, but it does not necessarily have to be. You can be 2 natural persons as well in order to apply. So that's the main criteria. You cannot apply on your own. You have to be at least a team of 2 people, or any sort of legal person, company, civic association, non-profit foundation, whatever. Once again, if you're not sure, we can discuss it individually. As I already mentioned at the beginning, you can apply from anywhere in Europe. This batch is international, so it's open to everyone who is able to participate. If you're incorporated or not, that doesn't matter. Same for the level of TRL, idea, prototype, users of paying user stage. We are welcoming all the stages for projects and innovations in all stages. Both goes for financing, angel, pre-seed, or seed, all is fine with us. And currently raising or not raising, that is also not something that we would consider. I mean, you can be raising or not raising funds, both is okay with us. You can apply in both cases. Okay, so just a short summary, and we will go into details in the next slides. The 2022 edition will be open for 12 startups. By 12 startups, we're talking about finalists. It's all going to take place over a period of 3 months program. It's not 3 months like every day, but it's going to be taking place from April until the end of June. It's going to be in hybrid mode. We will go more into details soon. It will offer 12 workshops and coaching and mentoring, as I've mentioned previously, and very important, it's equity free. So it will all start on the April of 7th by bootcamp, which is a 1 day long event, which is actually a pre-selection process of startups. So at the end of the day, 12 finalists will be announced, selected and announced, who will join the program. This bootcamp is going to take place online, and it's a platform where you can present your innovations, receive feedback from mentors and experts. There will be like short pitching and then more in-depth presentations. So there will be plenty of time to talk about your project, to discuss it, and to receive different kind of feedback from jury and from your future mentors. Then the program itself, as I said, it takes place over the course of 3 months, but actually it's going to be condensed into 3 sprints. Each sprint is going to consist of 4 workshops plus coaching and mentoring. I will ask Betka to share the dates of 3 sprints in the chat with you, so that you know exactly when they are going to happen. This is going to be hybrid mode, which means that sprint number 1 and sprint number 3 are going to take place online. And for the middle one, for the second one, we would love to see the finalists in person in Košice for 2 days. So hopefully this is going to be, we are going to be able to do this. So just for the information, first and last sprint, that means that we will have workshops in the evenings. They usually start around 4 p.m. and last for 2 or 3 hours. That's how the first and the last one are going to look like, and the middle one, that should be 2 intense days in Košice in person. We couldn't do this last year due to pandemic, so we would be very happy if at least one of all those 3 sprints could take place in person, because it does really bring a different vibe, and we all very much missed networking in person. So hopefully this is going to be happening this year. And as for the demo day, that's the very last day of the entire program. You can already mark the calendars for 28th of June. And it's also going to take place in Košice. It's 1 day event. It's a public presentation of startups of all those 12 finalists. And at the end of the day, the winner is going to be announced. As for the timeline, I've already actually mentioned this. In addition to what I've already mentioned, is that the deadline for application is March 20th, which is this Sunday. So that's an important date to remember. And as for the sprints, I already said that the first and the last one will be taking online. So those are 4 workshops in the evenings, plus mentoring and coaching. As for the mentors, we will be announcing names of our mentors on the kickoff event. We are not actually doing this before, because all our mentors and experts, these people are actually people who are running their own companies. They are first-hand experts because they actually are working on something very similar. So they're quite busy, and we cannot book them like 2 months in advance. So that's why we are going to share the list of mentors and specific topics which we are going to cover later on. But just to have an idea, the first sprint is going to be covering topics like problem definition, defining solution, finding the right business model for you. Then in the second sprint, we are going to talk about marketing and sale processes, customer segmentation, piloting with MVP. And the last sprint is going to include financial planning, intellectual property protection, and other interesting and useful topics. This is for the roadmap. If you have any questions about the details of the program, we will be free to ask at the end. As for the registration, Betka will again share with you the direct link where you can apply. For registering, we are using a platform called F6S. If you are in a startup world, then you probably are already very much familiar with this platform. If you are not, just a brief information, you need to set up a profile on the platform. It's all free. And then through this profile which you create, you can apply to particular call like ours. The good thing about this platform is that you can find many interesting information, many interesting opportunities on the platform itself, and it's quite well known among startup community. So once again, the deadline will be March the 20th, which gives us about a week for any additional questions or support that you need. In case you would like to apply, you are not familiar with the platform and you experience any trouble, just let us know and we are more than happy to help you. Last but not least, Challenger Urban Creative is part of a bigger family of challengers. Since our company, Civita Slovakia, it's part of international network of Civita International, and we are delivering challengers on different topics in other countries as well. Also, just for you to know that Civita is very experienced with delivering this program. We have a huge international network and experts, and we already have lots of successful stories of startups which went through the program. Before I finish and give you the floor for additional questions, here's the email where you can reach to us. This is a direct connection to the whole team, especially Betka and me. But we are also happy to set up an individual call or whatever online meeting we can if you would like to, if you prefer to talk in person. Okay, so this would be all from me now. You can ask your question in the chat, or you can we can give you a floor and you can ask in person if you prefer. In case we don't have any questions yet, we also have some questions, like frequently asked questions from the last year, so I can start with those, and then Betka, feel free to interrupt me anytime you get a question from anyone. So I will stop sharing my screen now, and I will go to those questions which we have prepared from the last year before any question from you pops up. So yeah, Betka, I don't see the chat, so if there's any questions, just feel free to ask. So I will start with like most frequently asked questions, which we always getting. This might be useful as well. First of the question is, why cannot individuals apply? So as I mentioned before, in order to apply, you have to be a team of at least 2 people. This is because the program is quite intense. It would be really difficult for one person to catch up with everything. I failed to mention that the acceleration program, it's not just theory. It's not you sitting and listening to some lectures. It's also a lot of practical work and workshop and hands-on approach. So it's always good to have at least another person to team up with and to work on everything. Also, we all in Civita believe that for a successful startup, you do need to have a team, because you won't be able to do everything on your own. So this is actually us encouraging you to form a team around yourself and around your idea. So this is why. So if you are 2 natural persons, that's already eligible. But if you're just one, you cannot apply. So just to clarify this once again.
Okay. We have a first question from Damian. Damian asked, do I need to attend all workshops, or can I choose which one I want to attend?
Well, we very strongly suggest to attend as many workshops as you can, but of course, like if your, I don't know, IP production is all sold out and you feel like you would not benefit absolutely, then I can imagine that you skip this topic. However, actually, the workshops itself are not going to be long. Like it's going to be 12 workshops. Each is going to take between 2 and 3 hours over the course of 3 sprints. So it's really not that time consuming. It's more time consuming in terms of your individual preparation and coaching and mentoring. This is what really is requires more involvement. But to answer your question, no, it's not absolutely like 100% obligatory, even though we would be happy if at least one person from the team would attend each workshop. Okay, do we have another one?
Yes, we have a second one from Alessia. Alessia asked if the part of the price is piloted with the city, or it's like a city can choose whether they want to cooperate with them.
I'm sorry, if
the price, if the working with city is part of the price or not.
Okay, this is a very good question. Yeah, city gives away the cash prize, the 10,000 euro, that's one thing, and the possibility to be piloting with the city, that is in addition to that. It may be that not only the winning project, but maybe some other finalists will be interesting enough for the city to cooperate with. So this is more like an open platform for the city to find innovative solutions which would fit their needs and the challenges they need to address. So this is not limited exclusively to the winner. It may happen that more than just one startup will have this opportunity. Hope I answered your question. If not, feel free to ask additional question and I will try to be more precise. Do we have some more, Betka?
Not for now.
Okay, and just a reminder, if anyone wants to speak live, you are also free to turn on your camera and you can ask directly. Okay, before we have more questions, I have a few more from the last year. Who will be mentoring startups? I actually already answered this before. We will announce the list of mentors and experts on the first kickoff, on the date of kickoff event latest. So we will uncover them soon. But they are all people who have a lot of practical experience. Another question which we already been receiving quite often, if all the program is going to be held in English, yes, because it's international this year. However, obviously, if you are from Slovakia and you will have individual coaching or mentoring with a mentor or coach from Slovakia, you are free to speak in your language. So this applies on all the public event and all the group events we will be having together. Those will be held in English. And another thing is what happens if I don't win? I believe I partly answered this already. Last year we had more than the main prize. We also had some additional smaller prize, which included consulting and some additional services. But obviously, I mean, winning the main cash prize, it's something that it's nice to win, but at the same time, just by participating in the program, as we already mentioned, you can get a chance to pilot with the city. So as I said, this is not only exclusive to the winner, and it also saves time and energy and money because you get a lot of expertise, support, mentoring, and coaching from people which can really help you to develop your idea or product or service further. So even by participating, you can get a lot from the program. Okay, so these were the frequently asked questions from last year and those we were getting beforehand. Petka, is there anything else coming in?
Yes, we have a new question, whether investors are involved in the process as well, connecting with investors.
Since we have, I haven't explained the difference between coach and mentor. So mentoring is going to be one of the core team members and partner teams who will be guiding you through the process, and then coaches will be experts. So if you will find yourself in a situation that getting in touch with an investor is what's going to help you, we will do our best to connect you with one within individual coaching. So this is also part of the program, but this will be more like on an individual basis.
Okay, and next question, when I will be informed whether I was chosen?
This is actually going to take place on the bootcamp day, which is April the 7th. So those who will be invited to the bootcamp, and those will be basically everyone who is eligible, will take part in the event. And at the end of the day, at the end of the bootcamp, finalists will be announced. and we are expecting to choose 12 startups for the program. So on the April 7th, at the end of the day, we will already know who they are.
Okay. I have a next question. Hello, what type of members in the team should be? Basically, we have a great startup idea to innovate entertainment in the cities, but only one person of us is a programmer. Would be this a problem to attend this program? We all have great ideas to be implemented in our solution.
We do not have any specific requirements of what kind of expertise you should have within the team. So if there is at least 2 of you or more of you, that's already enough. If there are no specific conditions, like one has to be a programmer or financial manager or anything like that. So it doesn't matter. If you are 2 or more, you have an idea and you're willing to work on it, that's fine with us. You can apply.
Okay, I don't have any more questions at the moment.
Okay, maybe before we wrap this up, once again, don't hesitate to reach to us individually. There have been many projects last year which were also not completely 100% sure whether they are the right fit for this specific call. And at the end, I mean, we had really like range of different projects, from non-profits to private companies. We had services, we had products. So it really is a lot of things that you can bring to the table. So before you give up, just give us a call or send us an email, and we will go through your idea together or your project together, and we will see if we can find a match. Okay, I have run out of my questions, so last call for the questions. Once again, if you think about anything later on, feel free to reach out. Betka, please maybe share the email address in the chat before we leave. Okay, if there are no more questions coming in, then thank you all for coming. I really hope to see your applications coming soon and eventually to meet you in person in Košice. And we are all very much awaiting all the great innovative ideas that could make life in the city better. And by the way, I am talking to you directly from Košice, where I live and when one of our offices is seated. So I will be happy to see you in person very soon. Okay, Betka, just share the email address where you can reach us. Okay, so this is all from us. Thank you very much for coming again, and talk to you or see you soon. Bye-bye for now.